Say sorry.
Neither says hi. You picked up on it, but you're pretending like you didn't pick up on it.
What?
What? What are you
What?
talking about?
Not the sharpest tool in the tool
Oh,
shed.
you are the sharpest of them all.
I know, but that's why I can play as if I'm
You
not.
pretend like you're
What?
not. What? I don't know what
What?
you're
This is a
talking
what?
about.
A what? Oh.
Oh gosh. Oh goodness gracious, that game is the worst. All right, you ready to get this started?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of
First off, it took a while, but we
You
made
did
it.
it.
We did it
You
together.
did it. My name is Joseph, and I'm sitting here with my wonderful, beautiful wife,
Sedona.
and we are the Vivens. And we have like a lot of things to discuss, but I don't even know like really where we should begin, because it's like so much has happened since we last got on here. We have a total of 6 listeners now. I know, right? Coming up in the world, like
Are they all
elevators.
family members?
I don't know. I don't know. They're all just like out there. No, I'm
In the
kidding.
ether.
It's more than a 6. But,
Okay, it's
but
6 and a half.
6. I don't know what the half is.
They have listened
They
to
have
the last
listened.
podcast.
They have
The last
listened.
episode.
But yeah, like we had an eventful weekend. We don't need to touch on that. We had
Well, we put it up.
we did put it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did put it up. So we could touch on that. Tonight was back to school night.
Yes.
We have a 8th grader, rising 9th grader. Yeah, and it was kind of cool because Evie's sitting there, and I'm like, wow, she's basically getting a sneak peek and absorbing what she's going to be doing.
She
next
sees
year.
the hallway. She sees the locker. She sees the
Everything.
changing of the classroom.
Everything. It's like a full out experience. So yeah, I mean, and I feel like there's other things too that I'm not even touching on.
It's so funny seeing him walking through the halls. All the other students. Hey Ben.
Hey,
Hey
Ben.
Ben.
Hey, Ben.
Hey Ben.
Hey, Ben.
Even
It's
even the teachers.
The teachers.
Hey Ben.
Yes.
The vice principal. Hey Ben.
Right, the principal. It's everybody. And the thing about it is that he hates school so much. Meanwhile, he's out there doing his best.
Big man on campus.
I don't even say big man on campus, just the politician shaking everybody's hand, kissing babies. But it's like he might put up the front that he doesn't like it, but when he's there, he's there. He's completely.
But when he does.
When he does. I was telling Evie about that the other day, that SNL sketch.
Yes.
She was like, because like I asked
Did you
her.
explain to her the whole menstrual
Oh, yeah, of
menstrual
course I did.
cycle?
Of course I did.
Okay, interesting.
What? Do you really think I'm shy about things?
No,
like that?
no, but it's just funny because you have to explain that in order to explain the.
Listen, all right, for our families and parents listening right now.
But you need to give what the joke is too.
I will. I have a policy with our kids where we answer any and all questions, as long as it's age appropriate.
That's true.
And so now
In
that
a respectful way.
and respectful, and now that Evie is a bit older, there are questions that she has that I'm like, yeah, I'll answer it. And I had this conversation with her not too long ago. I said, whatever question you have, I am not going to lie to you. I'm not going to keep it from you, because it is now the time that you need to learn these things, because she's going to be going to middle school next year. And we all know what middle school is like.
Mm-hmm.
We all know the kind of things that people talk about, and the misinformation out there.
The misinformation is real.
And it is, and the best way to combat that is to be as open a parent as you can, so that anything that they ask, any question that they have, they're not seeking it from their friends, answers from their friends. They're coming directly to you. Why? Because you are 100% going to give them the truth. And that's what I do. I did it with Ben, which had some very awkward conversations. I'll never forget the first time he asked me what was oral sex. And I swallowed my pride and was like, you know what? I'm going to explain this to this little boy as quickly and as swiftly as I can to get out of this conversation. Nah, it was a quick conversation though.
But was it quick because you made it quick, or was it quick because he just wanted a quick answer?
No, I gave him a quick answer, and then I was just like, "You have any other questions?" And he was just like, and he was like, "No, I got it." I was like, "All right, cool." But yeah, like, and he's asked all kinds of questions.
Yeah.
Like all kinds of questions, and sometimes around Evie, and I'm like, "I'll tell you later," or "Ask me later," because she was not old enough. But any question that she has, I told her I'm more than willing to answer, because I do not want her to go out into the world and asking her friends questions, and then the friends get it from their brother, sister, cousin, mother, daughter, whatever. And then
and we've talked about the menstrual cycle, so it's not foreign to her, but it's because I don't think any of her close friends have started their cycle to know. Yeah. But as soon as that happens, we'll go through it again. Because it was like, I think it was last week, there was some statement or something on TV, and the person said something about the uterus, and she was like, "What's the uterus?" I was like, "It's the womb. That's where the baby sits, and that's where."
This is where the baby sits. Just got a couch.
I mean, the baby.
The baby sits on the bladder.
No, the baby is in the uterus.
I know, I'm just playing. I just remember you always talking about like, he's on my bladder.
That's true. That's true.
So the
SNL joke.
The SNL sketch. Why don't you tell it?
Well,
I'm done my talking.
It's about this special. It's advertisement for a birth control pill, and Tina Fey is the main character within the sketch. And it's this was at the time where newer birth control pills were coming out, where you could have a period once a year or not at all. So this was in reference to, I think, the seasonal birth control pill, where you would only have a period once a year. And so that was kind of new in the context of...
It was novel.
Yeah, it was novel. Yeah, it was novel. Because usually it's every, 4 weeks, the woman is having ending their cycle and starting a new cycle. So the thing was like, you can start taking such and such medicine and you won't have a period except for once a month. But when it comes...
No, is it once a year?
Once a year, excuse me, once a year. But when it comes, and you see her like raging out, she's like Kathy from the comics, pulling out her hair.
It was like several women, because it showed them like living their best life, like being so happy and
joyous,
free, and ain't not a problem in the world. And then the audio was like, but when it comes...
hold on to your fucking hats.
It's such a funny sketch. Yes. Let me see if we can find it.
Yes. So when you explained it to her, did she even get or understand how funny it was?
I mean, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Because she never had a period.
Yeah,
she
exactly.
don't know what
she don't know.
Premenstrual dysphoric disorder, PMDD is. She don't know what PMS is.
Nah, she has no idea. So.
But she's inquisitive. Both of our kids are inquisitive.
100%.
So it's like, if it's a joke or it's something we're laughing at, something we're talking... What is it? Who is it?
What happened?
Who was that?
What?
Who are you talking to?
I tell you, I feel like that's going to be a problem someday. Because it can come across really nosy.
It is nosy.
Yeah. We just need to go ahead and push
I think that they do that with us, but they don't necessarily do that
outside of us.
Not incessantly, or not as but not as harassing like with strangers. I can see her doing it with a teacher who she's cool.
Or with her friends, maybe. No.
I think it depends on the friend. I think it depends on the friend.
We gotta ask.
Because the friend may be the same way, so then it's a non-issue.
We gotta ask them. We gotta ask them and find out whether or not they do that with outside of us.
I feel like they do that with adults that they feel comfortable with. So a teacher that she has been with for the whole year, or a teacher he's been with for the whole year. It's just like, of course I'll ask that. So and so's pregnant now. So and so's about to go on their honeymoon.
They do have all the information.
Yes.
It's so funny.
Yes.
It's so funny. They ask all the questions.
I just asked them.
Information.
But there's been ways that they have found out information about their friends. Mm-hmm. Specifically Benjamin, I can recall, where we were like, did you ask him that? Did you say that?
Right.
And he was like, well, I asked it in around other people, and I asked it this way, and I asked everybody in the circle this question, not just the one person. And I was like, that's kind of smart.
Yeah. So. Yeah. And also is putting people on the spot. Like,
But he was like, I'm not going to put this one person on the spot. If I have a question for them, I'm going to ask every single one of my friends while that person
Again,
is there.
very, very political, that kid.
That's smart.
Knows what he's doing.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. But let me ask you a parent question.
Okay, that's good.
So in the context of back to school night and seeing all these different kids
Right.
and what they have on, what they're wearing, what their personalities are. I'm not going to name it, but there was a celebrity this week that people were talking about, a 12-year-old celebrity female. Well, she's the daughter of a big-time celebrity.
Okay.
And the celebrity was out with her parent, and the celebrity was a 12-year-old girl, but she looked very voluptuous in her outfit, like boob action and short skirt. And I was like, oh, well, she's a teenager. And then they reminded me, they being, you know,
The public, the internet.
the interwebs, that this child of a celebrity is 12. And I was like, oh. So everybody was like, no judgment. This is a child. Don't talk bad about her. So it just made me think, with seeing that and reading some of the commentary from people, as well as going to back to school night, seeing some kids with nose rings and belly button rings and fake tattoo sleeves. How much
They had fake tattoo sleeves? I missed that. There were kids that had fake tattoo sleeves?
Well, interesting. So no.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I missed that.
Actually, the same
Kid had...
child of the celebrity had some. It wasn't a tattoo. It was probably a henna
or a henna?
No,
Okay.
but it didn't look like a shirt.
Okay.
Like it looked like a true, temporary tattoo.
Yeah.
It looked like the ones from SOS movie short story.
Right.
But it looked like, and it was the whole arm done. So
You don't think it was real?
the child is 12. So this is my question to you.
Yeah.
When do you put your foot down of enough is enough, or that's too much as a parent, knowing that you want your child to express themselves and who they are and their individuality is them, and who you were and how you grew up is how you grew up.
Yeah.
Like at what point is too much? Is it too much? Are you putting your foot down? As a child of Caribbean parents. And now you.
So, as an official enforcer, for those that know, they know. As an official enforcer, no, I think that when it comes to a child expressing individuality, I am all for that. You know that I have a huge issue with children being sexualized. And so for me, anything that has the potential to have a child be sexualized, I think that it needs to be cut off immediately. I don't think that it's, as much as people want to say, well, let them wear what they want to wear. That's the man's problem. That's their problem. If they have an issue with it, that's not going to stop the man from being aggressive. You know what I mean? It's not going to stop the man from being disrespectful. And the last thing I would want for a child is for them to be in a situation like that and not have the tools or not have the protection to defend themselves, whether it's verbally or physically, etc. So for me, I think that as I watch Evie mature and grow, of course, as a dad, my mind thinks about these things a lot. And what I think about is, how am I going to have this conversation where it's like, these are the kinds of guys that are out there. I remember I did that with my sister, but it was a lot cruder because I was, basically like a 19-year-old at the time. So,
with your own hormones.
So it's like, trying to explain it to her, it was very crude and very vulgar. But it's like, there are, with all due respect, there are guys out to women, there are guys out there that are going to objectify. And with that objectification, you have to be able to equip yourself, whether it's verbally or physically, to be able to protect yourself. And most importantly, protect your self-esteem. because now I feel like I'm in mansplaining territory. And
well, my question is, when is too much?
I'm getting that. I'm getting there. So to me, is when you are stepping out and it is obvious that like the outfit that you're wearing or whatever it is that you have on can't is more exposed than it should be, showing more flesh than you should, then that would probably be a good time to be like, hey, maybe you should pick something else to wear, or that's not the outfit.
And are you okay with belly button piercing and a crop top?
How old?
12.
No.
Nose ring.
Oh goodness. Nose ring? Yeah, I'm cool with nose ring.
Tongue ring.
For what? Like at 12? Like for what? I mean,
fake tattoo sleeve.
For what?
Because they like to express themselves.
No.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, the tattoo thing is, I mean, okay, so.
Like our child is really into art.
She's really artsy.
She's always painting
That's
things.
literally what just went through my mind right now.
And we've seen her put like fake rainbow tattoos on and things like that. Like when we had the fake tattoo from that I had accidentally ordered. She was like, "Oh, there's some extras. Let's do it."
Yeah.
Like,
so I think that for something like that, I think it would have to be specific. I think that I would more be apt to say, yeah, put it on if it's something that she created and she drew. If it's something random that has no specific meaning to her, then I'd be like, why are you doing that? Like, what for? You know what I mean? Like, yes, it's a fake tattoo, but it's like, but why are you putting that on your body?
Right.
And I mean, really, I guess it's kind of Socratic the way that I would approach it. I mean, whether it's clothing, tattoo, whatever it is, there's always has to be a why, because
eyebrow ring.
It has to be a why. Everything, you know what I mean?
Ring.
And the way we are, because I want to is never a satisfactory answer. It's just like, no, like there has to be a reason why. Like what is the genesis of this feeling? What's the genesis of this thought? What about you? To answer your own question.
I think I agree with the skin flesh looking. I'm not for my child looking provocative, be it my male child or my female child. I enjoy, it makes me think about how this week Benjamin was like, it's time to go back to school. I really want a whole bunch of graphic tees. And that's how he wanted to express himself in this school year. She likes certain outfits and things too. So I like that they both have their own sense of style. I'm for that. I don't have a problem if she wears a bikini to the pool. You don't like that. You prefer her to be in a one piece.
Yeah.
I don't see it as a big deal. But interesting enough, it just in reading these comments about the celebrity's child and just thinking through, okay, what does that look like for me as a parent and my child? It had me to remember that my parent didn't, or my mom specifically, didn't allow me to get my ears pierced until I was 12. I can't tell you to this day why, because my two older sisters had their ears pierced at a very young age.
Because you were her baby.
I was her baby. I was the last child.
Like,
no, I'm going to wait. Not that they had any allergic reactions, no keloids, nothing like that. It's just I got mine late. So funny enough, when I had my own child, my daughter, I was like, we're going to get her ears pierced when she's a baby. It's going to be a non-issue. Half the time, she doesn't even wear earrings. So how funny is that?
Right.
But I remember always asking, can I get my ears pierced now? Can I get my ears? And funny enough, now Evie wants a third hole in one of her ears, like in this hard cartilage area. So I think that it's worth having conversations with your children. Like, okay, what do you want to get? Now, why do you want to get it? Like, Evie now has a thing for overall jumpers, but specifically the ones that are dresses. I think she just likes the ease of getting in and out of it, and they have cool designs to it. So I'm for that. And I know as she gets older, there's going to be different trends that she's even more into, be it crop tops. And so we'll just have to cross that bridge as it comes. But I'm with you in terms of showing cleavage.
Yeah.
In middle school and even in high school. But it's like you have to have those conversations because often you've seen it in movies and TV shows. the girls will leave out in one outfit, and then they have a whole nother outfit in there.
So I don't.
That's why they have uniforms in schools now. So you want to have that dialogue, so they're not feeling as if I need to sneak out with my cute top instead of having my regular top.
Yeah. That's the joint where you go pick them up from school early and you're just like, what are you wearing? Who are you? Nah, like, no, to me, hypersexualizing children, I think it's a problem. I think, our society has a huge issue with that. And unfortunately, it's low-key ingrained. Like, if you think about the programming that we used to watch when we were teenagers, they would have basically adults acting like teenagers doing adult things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so as a result, it's like you would watch shows like Dawson's Creek where it'd be like 30-year-olds pretending like they're 15, 16-year-olds and they're doing the most.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Wearing the most. And it's just like,
I love Dawson's Creek.
I mean, that's just...
For our lives to be over tonight.
That was a dope song. That was a dope theme song. We should do a whole episode about awesome theme songs from TV shows.
I love that.
That would be like, just like, go and remember, make a list of the top 5. You do your top 5, I do my top 5. We should do that.
Okay, I'll do that.
But yeah, like, I'm vehemently opposed to like children, and I emphasize children, like 18 and under.
Well, 18 you're adult, so you're 17.
17, sorry. 17 and younger. Wearing things that are quote unquote provocative.
Yeah.
And it just,
There's time. There's time for that.
There's time. There's no rush. There's no rush. Like, they will be able to, and as they mature and they get older, they'll be more equipped to be able to defend themselves.
So we're going to keep Evie in that jiu-jitsu.
Facts.
I wish I knew some martial arts growing up or some defense. I didn't learn that until I got older. and grateful that I didn't need to ever utilize it.
Right.
Living in the suburbs of Maryland.
One thing I said was just like, I was just like, yo, like, if any dude try to cross her, she'll know how to knock him out.
Take him down.
Just like stop all oxygen to the brain and just run as fast as she can.
Excellent.
So that's what I want.
So that was my parental
That was your
question.
question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did
I sound like I was mansplaining?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
But
I was giving my opinion.
I thought that you were going to bring up the fact that what your father said growing up in terms of you getting piercings or anything like that. I was waiting for that story.
Well, it's funny you say that because, like, when we first moved to Montgomery County, I don't know what it was. Like, my parents just got into their head, like, Montgomery County is, like, posh and da-da-da-da. And so they used to send me to school in, like, dress clothes. And so guess what I did? This was in middle school. So guess what I did?
You went to school and then you changed your outfit. What did you put on? Cross color? Jabot jeans?
Crocodile. But nah, like, I was like, I am not walking into middle school with these looking like I'm fresh off the boat. I'm good on that. But no, my dad was sitting on us talking about when I was I think I was like 9 or 10. My dad said that if I ever got my ear pierced, he would cut off my ear. I was like, and I believed that well into my adulthood, to the point where it's like, to this day, like, I think about it, I'm like, would I get my ear pierced? Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
Did you even want to get your ears pierced?
No, it just came out the blues. It's like, you just decided that, I'm going to let my boys know. I mean, at the time, he was, I feel comfortable saying that at the time, much like a lot of adult black men at that time, they were homophobic. You know what I mean? So it's just like, for him, it was just like, okay, my son's getting his ears pierced. That means he's going to be gay. Let me go ahead and put a kibosh to that. You know what I'm saying? So,
never mind, there's plenty of heterosexual men and homosexual men that have their ears pierced.
But he was like, I'm going to shut that down right now.
Not plenty of.
And it's like the mental image, the mental picture of him
cutting your ear off.
What does that say? The fact that I believed that he would do it, like it was even a question.
Thank God for therapy.
It was even a question. It was just like, oh yeah, he gonna do that. He gonna do that. He gonna do that.
I'm laughing, but it's painful laughing. I'm sorry that you had to go through that.
It's all good. It ain't nothing to go through.
Don't you dare tell my son that.
Oh, I never tell him that. What do I tell him that for? I just tell him I cut him off at the knees if he ever. No, I'm just
what? No. Benjamin knows jujitsu, so he's gonna take you down. Believe that.
He ain't taking me down. He needs a few more pounds for that. But yeah. So. No, thank you for that. Thank you for that parenting question. Let's go ahead and move on to screen time.
Okay.
What have you been watching?
I haven't been watching anything.
Lies.
What was I watching?
The Jussie doc. Did you finish it? Because I fell asleep.
I finished it.
You did? I was out. Please.
So on Netflix.
Let the audience know.
So on Netflix now, it's I don't know the exact name of it. Basically, it's what happened with the Jussie Smollett story.
I did it. If I did it, it's Jussie's version of if I did it.
No, so it's he's the center, of course, of the story of what happened, his take on it, and they also interviewed all the Chicago police, now retired, fired, chief of police, of what their side of the story and then what his side of the story is. And then they mixed in some journalists who've done some independent research, and they're like, there's some corruption all around because they didn't follow through with these witnesses, and this person said that they saw two white men who could have potentially harassed him and done what he stated that they did. And then the police were like, there's no way, we followed, it was the brothers. So there is the police side of the story, there's Jussie's part of the story, and then there's the truth. And how they left it, sorry for spoilers, was it kind of like, now you decide what happened. But I appreciate it in the context of they did tell, I would say, 3 different sides. Because they had the journalists that weren't on either of the sides.
Yeah.
And then they had his side. And then they had the police. And I felt like at the end, it's like, oh yeah, there is a chance that he was telling the truth. But I also felt like, but the police seemed like they also did their job. So I was talking to my sisters about it, who also watched it, and they were like, like we all were like clutching our pearls, like what? What we came to, and even the internet even says all of these things could be true. The police could be corrupt. He could have been lying, and there could be some truth in both of their aspects of the stories. So it just still leaves it like a true, really good mystery.
It's like a pool of falsehoods. It's like...
And I think that's why Netflix was like, let's put this thing together, because it makes for good that TV. Much. Yep.
It makes for good TV.
Yep.
So...
Because people have been talking about it.
So we were dead tired watching it. I was exhausted. But like watching that joint, I was just like when it got to the part about the police and the corruption, my mind immediately got flooded with like the years and years and years of police corruption as it pertains to black men.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then it like tacked on the history of black men being lynched. You know what I mean? And, he had the noose around his head, black men being lynched, and basically people getting away scot-free with it. And it was just like, and then when they talked about like these guys had charges, I didn't even finish it.
One of them had, I want you to finish. One of the brothers had charges. Oh, and by the way, when they went to go search the home, there were a whole bunch of guns
in there.
And so basically he could have been put into jail for like 10 plus years.
So
it's like how convenient that they said that.
Like when it comes to coercion and black people
it happens all the time.
It's just like the weight of that just basically threw all kinds of doubt in my mind, because like I thought it was like a done deal, but then I kind of felt guilty. And at the same time, like a weird guilt and skepticism where it's like, but he could be lying, but the police could be corrupt. He could be lying, but the police could be corrupt.
Because they were saying that they were utilizing
he could be trying to get attention, but the police would be corrupt. It was just like a...
That's what I said, it's all of the above.
And then my mind was just hurting too much, and I passed out. My mind was just like, this is too much. I'm going to sleep.
But when it comes... That's sleep.
That's sleep. When it comes.
And then the two things that I was gonna say is, oh, now I forget. Oh, one, at the end, the brothers are like, and we're having a book come out. So then they're getting profit because they both wanted to be in the entertainment business, being actors and such. Oh, and then the other thing I was going to mention, the thing about police being corrupt, yay or nay, the whole shooting death of Laquan McDonald had happened within the last year. Remember, he got shot 16 times in the chest.
So it happened
So then now this whole Jussie Smollett story comes along, and they can look like the victors. They can look like the champions. Okay, we chased it down. He was lying.
Right.
We now look like we did our job super well, and that we're gonna get some money from him. He's a big time artist. This is a big deal.
Yeah. Netflix. I don't know if Netflix did a service or a disservice putting that documentary out. I don't know.
He got to tell his
What do you
story,
think?
and I think it was a service because he was able to tell his side of the story, and I think that he and his family were able to. I would pray and hope that they had creative rights to be able to look at
to watch the whole thing.
Because if he didn't like it, I would have thought he wouldn't have signed off to say include my commentary, include what I said.
It's truly a fascinating story. Definitely made for TV. But I do feel comfortable quoting Donald Glover, and when you said that the guys got a book deal and knowing that this documentary came out, Donald Glover said it best. This is America. Yeah. All right. I feel like we went over a lot in our short amount of time. We only do this for about 30 or so, a little bit over 30 minutes. And we didn't even touch on the weekend. We got to talk about that at some point because it was a fantastic time.
You started off.
Well, I'm not saying we're doing it now. We got to go to bed. It's late.
And we didn't even talk about Cooking and Crying. And we didn't talk about SOS.
Which I've been watching all week.
This is going to be like Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, I know, right?
Every time.
Matt David, our next guest. Oh, apologies to Matt David.
You're about to bring him out. We just never get to Cooking and Crying and never get to
SOS. Okay, so this is our homework for next week. All right, next week, top 5 songs.
Na, 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 na.
Top 5 songs, TV show songs. Okay, and
It's
then
a rare condition.
at the what you call it tonight? They played the Saved by the Bell theme song at the back to school night. I thought that was funny. Top 5 theme songs.
It's gonna be hard for me. I watched TGIF.
There we go.
Hard. I watched all of the shows.
Same.
I loved television.
I don't know if we would have a lot of cross pollination. No, crop pollination is not the word I'm looking for. But any crossing of the streams when it came to songs.
Because you didn't watch Moesha?
No. Not because I didn't watch Moesha. Mostly because like a lot of the shows that I watched were like 70s shows too. And like early 80s shows. Like I feel like yours is more not MASH. MASH was always boring to me.
Does it have to have
I feel like
words?
more of yours would no, of course not. I feel like a lot of yours are gonna be like 90s songs. Mine is gonna be like 70s and 80s. Yeah.
Love me some Quantum Leap. I love me some MacGyver.
What's the MacGyver theme song? Do you remember it?
I can't think of it now that you put me on the spot.
I don't remember it either. Knight Rider. That's my joint.
That's old timey though. That's like yes.
That's the 80s. That's what I said. Like most of mine are gonna be like 70s and 80s.
Why are you watching that show? You were too young.
Knight Rider? Like why was I watching that show? Because it was a talking car that could jump. Come on now. And that could ride on 2 wheels. Remember when it used to like turn to the side and just like cut through alleys? Come on, man. Why was I watching that show? Also, Michael Knight had that dope black jacket. You know what I mean? Like David Hasselhoff. I didn't care about what he looked like. It was the jacket, the car, the kit with the red light in the front. Come on, man. Like I can go on about Knight Rider all day.
Thank you for being a friend.
Boom, 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 boom.
You didn't watch that though.
No, I didn't. But because I always thought it was boring. I was, a little kid, my mom watching that. But then as an adult, I started watching a couple of episodes and I was cracking up. I was like, this show is hilarious. So yeah. Boom, boom, boom. And if you threw a party
and invited everyone you knew.
Well, as Sedona serenades us out, we want to thank you guys again for listening. Really appreciate your time. Thank you for being a friend. Really appreciate it. Please follow us on our socials. I am at. I don't think it was.
That wasn't.
They weren't deep.
It was other shows. Yeah. And the guy who threw the paper up. The typewriter dude.
Yes, he's done. He's finished writing for the day. I want a typewriter just so I can do that. Thank you guys so much for listening. We really appreciate it. Please follow us on all our social medias. You can follow us at First Off Podcast. You can follow me, Joseph Bivens, at Joseph Bivens. And let's see if Sedona remembers her social this week, which is on private, interestingly enough. So y'all might as well just follow her on First Off Podcast.
Oh, maybe I'll make it public so we can get the 7th listener. Yes, at Sedona Jackson Bivens.
Boom.
I got it.
But there's underscores in it, isn't it? Oh my goodness.
Maybe I'll get it together next week.
Let's see if I can come up with words of wisdom for this week.
Thank you, Jerry Springer.
A callback to our first episode. Please ration the mode, take care of each other, and love each other, and find the joy in your life.
Nice.
All right.
Thank you for joining us on First Off. Come on now, play. You did that on purpose.
I did do it on purpose. You left me hanging last week. I'm going to leave you hanging this week. Next week, we'll do it together. Thanks, guys. Have a good one. Peace.
Hey, this is Evie. Thanks for listening to First Off, featuring my parents, Sedona and Josie. Music by Uncle Verse. You can hear more of his music at VERSGBOS on Instagram. That's Verse G Boss. You can find us on Instagram too, at First Off Podcast and at Are You a Fan Yet? Or visit vivensmedia.com. And this outro is done by me, EVEE. Evie, bye-bye!